Hey everyone, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. I've been working on my membership site for about 2 weeks now, and I had a couple of insights that I wanted to share with you guys. As I've mentioned that I'm going to do this over time, over the next few months as I'm building my site and seeing all the stuff that comes up, hopefully sharing that with the world is going to help some of the people who are building their own membership site or building whatever it might be, because all creative projects I feel have the same kind of energy towards them, and the same kind of stuff comes up in us when we're dealing with our projects, our creative projects, right? The projects that really come from here rather than from here, yeah? And so I realized that in my feeling of imposter syndrome, where I feel like perhaps I'm not good enough, perhaps no one's going to listen to me, no one's going to buy from me, no one's going to care that I have this membership site, no one's going to understand the purpose behind it, no one's going to want to buy into my idea. All of that stuff comes up for me obviously on a daily basis, no matter what I'm doing, right? But I beat it down, beat it down, beat it down, and I keep on going, and the more I keep on going, the more I believe in myself, the more I believe that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because I get messages from everyone all around me saying, you're doing a great job, or saying that, I loved the content that you put out, it really spoke to me, things like that. Whenever I get those affirmations, so basically affirmations from the universe, I feel more and more relaxed, knowing that I'm on the right path, right? But this is a new exercise for me, building a membership site. It's a really new thing, and obviously all of these emotions are coming up, and I have never dealt with them with regards to this creative project. So I'm having a harder time pushing them down because I'm not used to it yet. I got used to the other stuff, building websites and writing posts and all that stuff, but now I'm getting used to the membership site idea. It's taking me a little bit more time because, again, as I said, this project is more important to me, but also the project is bigger. It has more depth to it. It takes more of myself to build it. More of myself is in it, right? I'm putting more of myself into it. So it's basically as if I'm exposing myself to the world, saying, this is me, this is who I am, please take it and learn with it and deal with it, kind of thing, right? And so I'm realizing because of that fear that's coming up, I'm creating all of these excuses in my head where I'm thinking, well, my content's not going to be as good on its own, so perhaps I should add things to it. So instead of just having my content as it is, as I am right now, open and just clear, authentic me, I'm thinking maybe I should wear a costume, right? Or maybe I should do some kind of drama, or maybe I should put makeup on, or maybe I should kind of go into different places, or I should do a green screen so that the background is always changing so people don't focus on me or the content, right? And so all this stuff is coming up inside of me, and I would never do that normally on my YouTube channel because this is me and this is what I want to put out in the world. My authentic face, right? A little bit of eyeliner as makeup, but that's it, right? That's all there is. This is me in its essence. This is what I do. But for some reason, because of fear, I'm thinking, well, no, I should add on to it because I'm afraid that my content as it is not going to be good enough to entice people to come into my membership site. And the more I did that, the more I was kind of getting away from my message, which is authenticity in all of its different forms. And so when I spoke to my mastermind group, I love them to death, and I'm so grateful that they're in my life because they always bring me back to the real stuff, which is they always bring me back to reality. And they said that, the content, that your content is basically going to be king. Content is king for me, or king or queen, however you want to say it. But people are going to care about my content, not about how I look, or if I have a head wrap on my head, or if I have a costume on, or what background is going on in there. All of that stuff is peripheral, and it's not necessary, right? The most important thing that's going to come up to the surface is my content good? Does it teach something? Are people going to learn something, take something away from it, and be able to apply it into their own lives? Is it going to change their lives or their minds in any way? Is it going to open them up? Is it going to blow their mind sometime as well? Like, is it that good? Is that the point? Right? That is the only point, really. And so when I come back to that more and more, every single time, when I'm wanting to run away from just the content and wanting to make it something better in quotes, then I need to come back to the reality that content is king. And for me, I know my content. All I need to do is prepare it, put it out into the world, and the world will notice. Because the authenticity comes through. My heart is going to come through. I'm basically taking my heart and placing it in all these videos that I do, all the content that I create, right? And people notice that. So I don't need to run away from that anymore. Right? But what I was doing was I was hiding behind this facade. I was hiding behind the costumes. I was hiding behind all this glamour and glitter because I was afraid that my content wasn't good enough. I was complicating things when I didn't need to complicate it. When I just need to actually come back to simplicity and to the basics. The basics is what is going to carry me through. Because the basics matters more than anything else. Most people are really lacking in the basics itself, right? And so if you can just kind of come back to the basics, the foundation, the fundamentals, then you're good. Because that's where everything begins. It's always the small things that matter more than the big things. But we always want to focus on the bigger things because we think that they're flashier. They get more attention. That's what I was doing with my own stuff. I was kind of moving away from simplicity and moving to complicate things because I thought that complicating it would make it more enticing, would make it more valuable, would make it so that people would say, okay, yeah, I think I could pay for this. Well, she's doing all this stuff. She has a costume on. She has all this stuff that she's doing in the background. It should be worth it. Right? But that's not the point of it. That's not the point of it, guys. Because what it's going to do, it's going to distract people from my content, which is the main point of this. Is what I want to do with it is I want to teach people all the stuff that I know in my head, that I have here. I want to put it out into videos, these courses, this membership site, and have people learn from it. And then come back to me and say, I actually learned something from you today. Or I actually learned something from this course, and I'm so grateful to you. That is what I want. I don't want anything else. I don't want people to be entertained. I don't want people to love me. I don't want people to hate me. I want people to learn from me, right? And again, I'm not saying that I am the best teacher out there. I am a teacher. I'm a teacher at heart. I've always been teaching. I've taught my kids, the people around me, all the children around me. I'd always teach them. I always taught people in my life. I've always been teaching in one format or another, through storytelling or other formats, right? So that's what I want to do. I just want to teach. The format that I've chosen is through these videos, obviously, but I'm putting it into a membership site so people can actually get at the essence of it. I can build a community around it. Because not only, guys, do I want you to learn, but I want to learn from you as well. And I'm constantly learning from the people around me, constantly learning, because I am just a newbie myself, in the essence of the fact that I am not only age-wise very young, but also soul-wise, I think I'm pretty young as well. I have a long way to go. I have a lot to learn on this planet. On this planet, in this realm, in the other realm, in all the different realms. I have so much to learn, right? And so I want to learn from you and to teach you as well, to have the give and take relationship. But as I said, I was complicating things, right? And I was getting worried. I was thinking to myself, why would anyone pay for this? They could get all of it free online, blah, 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 right? So all that stuff came up for me. And the reason I really wanted to share this with you as the process goes on is because when you're creating a creative project or working on a creative project, if this stuff comes up, it doesn't mean that you're not supposed to be creating that stuff. It doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path. This is normal, guys. Imposter syndrome hits everyone. This feeling that we're not good enough or no one's going to buy from us, or we want to complicate things because we're afraid the simple is not going to be good enough. All of that is normal. All of this comes up for everyone. Everyone who is a creator, who's putting themselves out there, who's taking their heart and snatching it and throwing it into all this content, they're going to feel this, and you're going to feel it as well. And so hopefully when you listen to this video or this podcast, and you feel me saying all these things, and you understand that you are allowed to feel this stuff, as long as you don't let it stop you from creating. Remember that you're going to feel this stuff, right? But it should not stop you from keeping on creating. I'm not going to stop doing the membership site, for sure not. This is going to be my life's work, as Henrik said, and I'm going to put it out there. It's necessary for me to do it, right? Just because I'm feeling like an imposter doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I'm still going to put my stuff out there. But I'm going to realize that this is normal. This is normal, guys. This is normal. Everyone goes through this, right? It doesn't mean that it should not stop us. It should not. I want to say it over and over again, but it should not stop us. But it does. It stops a lot of people. It has stopped me in the past. And if I didn't have such a great support system around me, Perhaps this would have stopped me as well. But I know to keep on going over and over and over and over again because I've had practice now. I've had practice doing a lot of different things where I wanted to give up, or I felt like I was not good enough, or I felt like no one's listening. But I kept on going and I realized there are people listening and I am affecting people and I'm teaching people. And the more I do, the more I can do of this, right? So I hope that if you guys are working on any creative project right now, whatever it might be, it doesn't matter what it is, if you feel that niggle of doubt inside of you, listen to it, lean into it, but do not let it stop you. Do not let it stop you. Okay? I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope that you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. You can join my team on Patreon, patreon.com/boomshikha. I'll talk to you guys the next time around, in the next podcast, in the next video, in the next wherever in the world. Bye for now.